I'm Greta Valenti and I am from the band Well Hung Heart. I write all the lyrics and I write a lot of the melodies, but not all of them, but we write in different ways. So sometimes I'll go away and write some songs and bring them to Robin or bring them to the band, and then we work on it that way, or we just start jamming in a room and see what happens. We've done that with other people as well, not necessarily even just people in our band. We'll write with anyone. We also have like a web series called Made in 48 where we collaborate with different artists. So we just like to have inspiration from wherever it comes. So whether we're writing it individually or all together, it's made in a variety of ways. But a lot of times the thought and the theme of the song is whatever's going on in my head, and it's anything from relationships. It's anything from relationships to, there's usually a lot of political stuff in there, but not necessarily political parties, but just life and what it's like to be a woman and in rock music and in the world. Currently in the band in Well Hung Heart, I'm Greta Valenti, I'm vocals and whatever else I play at the time. Robin Davey on guitar. He used to be on guitar and bass, but now he's just on guitar, so he can solo more. We have Danielle Lehman, or AKA Chip, on bass, and on drums we have Kevin Conroy from New Jersey, if anyone likes New Jersey. I am a big fan of all types of music. I really do say that. I was listening to Mystical on the way here. Everything from opera to musical theater to classical music to anything. But I think music's always evolving, and that excites me. I think the problem is the industry, or the lack of an industry, is what is scary, I think, for anyone who wants to pursue music as a career or a way to earn money. Some artists that I'm listening to now, I usually try to go through a variety of genres and styles, but I am also a fan of pop music and things that are being played on the radio. So obviously everyone loves Kendrick Lamar now. He's awesome. Fantagram is doing some cool stuff, and I'm not necessarily into a lot of synthy music, but I do like what they're doing. I love pretty much all music from Sweden is good. We can all talk about all those artists, Robin, and I'm so happy Sia is really popular now, because I've been into Sia for a long time and now she's huge. So I love Kimbra, and there's a lot of people out there doing really interesting things with music, and that's what's cool about today's times, is I think there's no limit on the sounds and what you can do on your own, just creating sounds and music. There's surprisingly a lot of rock bands in OC right now, because when we started, we were the only ones. I mean, there's obviously always been a lot of punk bands and heavy bands and metal bands, but kind of doing that classic rock and roll blues influence style, there wasn't a lot in Orange County. Our friends Robert, Jon and the Wreck, they've always been doing their thing, but they're a little more like Americana, folk, jammy than we are. So specifically people we like playing with are Them Evils. There's a band in LA called the 210s that are really cool. They're a two-piece, a girl drummer and a guy guitar player. And there's a lot of cool creative things happening in Orange County, and I just hope people can help support that and support the music and really get these artists out there. There's a lot of, of course there's always people who want to be in bands and, get famous, but I think there is a lot of people being creative and making cool music and making cool scenes and vibes. I mean, even just coming here today, there's a guy outside playing on the street, and I think there is a vibe and there is a scene here, and I hope people get to see that more. Our biggest challenge as a band is probably, there's a lot of challenges in being in a band. There's a lot of challenges in being in a band that you want to get out in front of people. So we try to tour a lot, and that seems, between touring and then trying to always do something new and creative, and then also using the internet to get that out to people and so they could see it. That's kind of, it's a constant challenge. So you don't do one thing and then, oh, that's it, we did that, now we're sitting pretty, we don't have to do anything else. It's kind of always constantly keeping yourself challenged to come up with new stuff. So I think we overcome it each time, and I think it's easy as an artist to get stuck in, you put a lot of time and work into a song or to an album, and then you put it out there, and then it might not do anything. But I think that's up to you then to make it do something. So whether you're making videos or you're putting it out in a creative way, or you're performing it in a cool way, I think that's your challenge as an artist, to always be pushing those boundaries. I think if you're a band and you want to tour, you have to just literally start emailing and calling people and literally just book a tour. Like, there's no other way to do it. If you're waiting for someone to sign you up and put you on a label and then put you out there, or someone to give you lots of money to just do it, it's never gonna happen. So you just have to do it. And then people that do those things see that you're doing it. Because a lot of times even, I mean, we do everything ourselves. We've gone to England multiple times, in Europe and across the US, and we do it all ourselves, and it's exhausting, but but it's fun and we love it, and we have gotten some amazing opportunities just from doing it. And you know, if you have to save up money, or you have to, like, even just go do a weekend or do a week, just do it, and you'll learn so much just from that experience alone. Well, I feel like I started at age 4 because I've been performing. I started doing theater when I was 4, musical theater, and so I've always been on a stage or performing, and with no money to do so. So I think it's easy for people. No, I'm not saying it's easy for people, but some people have the luxury of having support from parents or whatever, to where they can just do that and they don't have to worry about bills or rent and those things. So to those people that feel like it's impossible to be in a band or to perform or to tour with those things, you can do it. You just have to do it. It sounds lame and like the only one stopping you is you, but that's true. Like, I moved to California when I was 17. I got emancipated and moved here, and I've done everything myself, because if you sit around waiting for someone to do it for you, it's probably not going to happen. I don't know what inspired me to go into music. I've always been driven to do it. Like, my earliest memory was to be in music or performing. I even found, I thought it was I always wanted to be an actor, because in my memories, I always grew up acting. So I was in musical theater and all those things. And it wasn't until I moved to California that I was able to get into bands. But I actually found a thing from kindergarten where it was like, what do you want to be when you grow up? Because my mom saved everything. And it was a singer in Hollywood, California was what I wrote. So I guess I've always wanted to do this. I should have put a singer with money, but close enough. I always find it hard to say what artist I'm influenced by, because I believe anything you look at or experience, or you know, everything that's around is influencing everyone at all times. But I've always just gravitated towards classic rock and roll, like, and glam, and very like theatrical things. So Bowie and T-Rex and the Rolling Stones and the New York Dolls, those are the things, Elton John, those are the things I go to first. If I could like pick like 5 records, it'd be like those records, and like the Rocky Horror Picture Show. But musically, I love so many different styles of music, even country, even I love like the dirtiest hardcore gangster rap possible. I'm from Louisiana, so it's the dirty South. So I like all music. The only time I'm turned off from music, I think, is when someone's personal, which I'm sure people are trying to find my music because I'm very vocal on Facebook, but when someone's personal attitude, or when I just feel like they're a bad person, I feel like I can't enjoy their music. So I used to love Kanye, but I can't listen to Kanye. Kanye ruins Kanye for me. If I could just like hear his music and be like, who is this? I would love it, but everyone but Kanye.
I'm Greta Valenti.
No.
My name is Robin Davey, or Robin Davey, as you Americans like to say, and I'm from the band Well Hung Heart.
I'm Greta Valenti, and he's a redcoat, so don't trust him. And we're from the band Well Hung Heart, and you can Google us and make sure to put Well Hung Heart. If you forget the heart part, you're gonna get...
Then you're gonna get the earlier footage.
Dick stuff, basically.
Yes.
Thanks for having us, OCML.